Granby just wrapping up latest edition of Jayk Gallagher program. We got Justin Warfield, cool guy. We got Matt Decent all up in the studio right now, playing that new Lumba tone. It's the shit. About to head out to Gallagher, keep it going. West Coast, Dirt Raid, Neck Breakers, know what's up.
The wrong address means a lot.
Yeah.
You're
Tumex tried to come
You're a
by.
lot smarter than other people.
I gave Tumex the wrong address, and he walked around out there until he got lost. And then he left.
Who is he? Because he tweets at me a lot.
Yeah, I saw you tweeted at him today.
Well, no, a couple days ago, close. And he messaged me the other day, and he was like, "Yo, you influenced me a lot." Wow. and I was like, cool. And I kind of just know him through Twitter. And then he sent this link. It's like, your first album really influenced me a lot. And I looked at it and I knew what he was talking about, because the video is entirely like conspiracy theorist based stuff, like Bilderberg Group and Freemasonry and witchcraft and, Al Jazeera stuff. It was just clip after clip that he had culled from the internet of just heavy shit, just to basically go along with this like sort of worldview that he was about. And I think it's because when I was 18, I thought that stuff was cool, and I listed it on the back of my record, like something about like, aliens, or like something really 18. And
looking back, what do you think about it now? The fact that you expressed yourself, I guess, that way. Do you think it's bullshit, or do you just?
I think it's like listening to the Doors. It's a rite of passage.
Yeah,
that's a really good.
It's a rite of passage that you will eventually come to see as an act of folly of youth.
That's a good one.
Shit gets deep on the Jayk Gallagher program.
I tried to make that argument. People don't agree with me sometimes.
About what, the Doors? Well, I mean, he's a drunken buffoon who like had a couple of moments of greatness, but
does that make him great?
That mic is.
I don't know.
By the way,
hey Preston.
Yeah.
Here's our moment. He really wanted to ask you about something.
Oh yeah.
How's it going, Preston?
How you doing? Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Justin, this is Preston. Justin, Preston, Justin.
What's going on?
Nada.
You have a question, though.
Preston
Come on.
has a question for you about...
oh, I thought you were saying Justin had a question for me, and I was...
He wanted to... Preston's been wanting to ask you this question for like over a week about your 2006 tour.
Oh, yeah, it's 2006 tour with Depeche Mode. They're like one of my favorite 80s bands ever.
Just like from the 80s.
Also my favorite 90s band.
Good like dark.
They were okay in the 2000s.
Really struggling with that beer can.
Any awesome highlights from the tour with them?
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing was pretty spectacular and sort of more than one could ever wish for in touring with the band. I mean, Depeche Mode are really... I mean, besides being like one of my bandmate Adam and myself, like our favorite groups, they're kind of like the most down-to-earth, coolest, most amazing individuals you can meet too, especially given the fact that they're like worldwide 20-year-plus rock stars. So
yeah, for sure.
Not to sound like sort of like name droppy, but since you asked, I had known them.
Please be name droppy. I love it.
Previous to the tour, I knew those guys.
Cool.
So being around them on a personal level was amazing. As a band, in our first year of touring, getting to learn from them by watching them do it at the highest level of artistry every night. Learning from that was amazing. The way they treated us was amazing. Their crew...
Yeah.
That hair is banging.
Megan Edwards has just arrived in the studio.
What's the number to call in, Jayk?
It's 800-893-9562. If you want to talk to Miss M.E., hey, Alex, I think she needs a chair. If you want to talk to Miss M.E. or Justin Warfield from She Wants Revenge, you're going to want to call 1-800-893-9562.
Miss me.
That's 800-893-9562.
So, like, they were, like, the coolest dudes ever. Sure. Like, seriously, nicest dudes you've ever met. It's sort of, like, crazy when you find yourself, like, not only, like, being able to walk around, like, because we were, like, allowed to stand on the stage and, like, and like hang outside stage or be backstage and like I don't know, there was a lot of crazy moments. I mean, the two that stand out was one was like I was singing Personal Jesus over a song of ours at Soundcheck.
Nice.
And then like it got back to them that happened, and so a few nights later a friend was like, yo, did you see what they just did? I was like, no. He's like, you have to come and like watch this song in the set tomorrow night. And so I was watching, I'm standing there, he grabs me, he's like, listen, just listen. And like they were playing the first song that they ever wrote as a band, Photographic.
Oh, wow.
And in it he says, I take pictures, photographic pictures. And he's singing that refrain over and over. And then out of nowhere he says a lyric of mine and then goes back into his lyrics.
Nice.
And I was just like, what did David Gahan just like saying? So that was crazy. And the other greatest moment I think was just standing on the side of the stage watching like Dave Gahan and like the most amazing show I'd ever seen, except for maybe Prince at the Forum, like in like Purple Rain tour. And I'm standing next to, just on the side of the stage watching, and I'm just so blown away. And he like does this sort of thank you, and he like runs off stage, and like he's got his shirt off, and he throws a towel on, and he turns and he sees me, and he just gives me a big hug. And he's like, how's it going, Justin? It's a great show tonight, isn't it? And I was just like, come on, man. Like, this is like, who gets to stand side stage and have...
Drug in itself, just being up on stage.
Oh, my God. I mean, that was seriously like one of the greatest moments of my life. Just because we're just sort of sharing this moment, we just sat there talking and smiling, and he's like, I got to go back out there. And then he's a rock star. But then for that moment, he's just like your boy. So it's pretty crazy.
It's good.
That is a good feeling, though. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, all right. Tune in next week when we have rapper Pistol McFly, Annie East Eden, JP from White Arrows, and Jake Dusick from Health.